Hello guys, welcome to Bhavna's Online Academy. So in this video, this is the third video of the costing crash course of material costing chapter. So in this video, we are going to learn about a topic called as the price break. So what is price break? So this topic is actually in continuation with the last class we had. Okay, so people, if you have not seen the last class, go and watch that. Okay, in the last class, we learned something known as EOQ plus discounts. Okay, so this topic is nothing but an extension of that topic. So in EOQ plus discount, what did we learn? We actually compared two order quantities. One was EOQ and the other one was ROQ plus discount. So we compared two quantities. We found out the total cost of both the quantities and we compared and saw which was the best and suggested that to the company. So how do we suggested the company which was best? We told them in whichever, order quantity, the total cost is going to be the lowest. That is going to be the best order quantity and we suggested that to the firm. Okay. So the same way in the last concept you had only two. You only had two, order quantities to compare. Whereas in this questions, they are not going to give you one or two order quantities. Rather, they are going to give you a range of order quantities. What are they going to give you? They are going to give you a range of order quantities. Example, what does range of order quantities mean? Here, see, they have given you less than 50 tons, 50 to 50 and less than 100 tons, 100 and less than 200 tons. Like this, they have given you order quantity. Usually until now, we have only seen that a specific number will be order quantity. Let it be 50, 100, 200, 300, 600. But now rather than giving you as a single order quantity, they have given you a range of order quantities. Okay, so what they will tell you in the question is, so questions of price break will be like this only. They will give you the order quantities in a range format, and they will tell you that amongst all of these ranges, you have to find out the total cost of which range, is the lowest. What you have to find out, the total cost of which range is the lowest. So whichever range is total cost is going to be the lowest, that is going to be the best range. And in that range only you have to order your quantity, or that must be your ideal order quantity. So I'll repeat the concept again. So in the question they will give you the question in range format, the order quantities in range format, and they will tell you that, and they will ask you which is the best range to order from. How will you find out which is the best range to order from? Among of each range, you have to find out the total cost. For each range, you have to find out the total cost, and in whichever range the total cost is going to be the least, that is going to be your best range or best order quantity. Okay, so this is how you are going to solve the questions. Okay, fine. So one question might be that if we are going to find out this order quantity, or if you are going to find out the total quantity using a range, or by having the numbers in a range, how are we going to do that? Because something is new. Because before and all, whenever you used to solve ordering cost, or whenever you used to find out the carrying cost, because while finding out total cost, you have to find out all the three costs, right? Purchase cost, ordering cost and carrying cost. In the previous questions and all, when you used to find out ordering cost and carrying cost, suppose we'll take carrying cost. In carrying cost, you used to do order quantity by 2. Because there was only one specific order. Here now, since they have given the order quantity in a range, that is 50 to less than 100 means from 50 to 99. So in this, how are you going to select the order quantity, or how are you going to find out what is the ordering cost of the range? There might be a lot of confusions that you might have. Okay. So first what we are going to see is, we are going to see the format of how you have to solve the questions, and after that I will tell you how you have to actually solve it. Okay. Yes. So this is the format of the questions. Here you are at the top you have to write particulars, then how much ever range they have given you, ranges of order quantity, you have to write that less than 100, less than 200, less than 300, like that A, B, C, D, you can split it up and write. And second, you have to find out the order quantity and rate. So this is the main thing. This is the important thing if you learn here. Others and all you know. How you have to find out that order quantity is only thing that you will have to learn from this video. Okay. And then normally how you find out the purchase cost, ordering cost, carrying cost, that you will find and you will write your total cost here. And in whichever column the total cost is going to be the lowest, that is going to be your best range or best order quantity. Okay. So now I hope this format is clear to you. Okay. So now let's come back to the question. Let's give the question a read and I'll then explain you how it is done. Okay. So here in the question they have told you that ABC Limited has received an offer of quantity discount on its order of material as under. So what they tell you is that ABC Limited is a firm. It is going to purchase a raw material. And when it is going to purchase a raw material, what the supplier told ABC Limited was that, see, this is a card, okay. In this, I have written you that if you purchase this much, this will be your price. If you purchase this much, this will be your price. For example, if you go to any supermarket, okay. If you go to any supermarket, they'll tell you, if you buy one packet of Lays, we'll give you a 20 rupees each. Okay, if you are going to buy 2 packet of Lays, we will give you what 15 rupees each. Or if you are going to buy 10 packet of Lays, we will give you what 5 rupees each. For example, I am saying 5 rupees each. So like this, what they'll do is they will keep on giving you discounts so that you purchase more from them. Okay, the same concept is applied here. What he says is that if your order quantity is less than 50, then your price will be 4,800. If your order quantity is 50 and less than 100, it will be lesser than 4,800, which is 4,680. If it is going to be 300 and above, it is going to be 4,320. See, here you can see it is the same raw material only. But due to the increase in order quantities, here what has happened? The rate has reduced. The price per ton has reduced. It has reduced from 4,800 to 4,320. Okay. So this is the catch in the question. Okay, fine. So here then they tell you that, so accordingly different prices will be there. That is purchase price per unit. Then they told you that the annual requirement for the material is 500 tons. So they tell you that the annual demand for the material is 500 tons. That means this 500 tons, if they are going to purchase less than 50 tons every time, because we will not order the whole 500 tons at once. Every time we place an order, we are going to get some of the raw material, okay. Like how if you want 10 packet of Lays or 50 packets of Lays in a year, 50 packets of Lays at a time, you will not bring everything in the home and stock it up. What you will do? 2 packets a month, like that you will purchase. The same way, this 500 or annual demand of raw material can be purchased in many ways. So if you purchase like this, so if you purchase less than 50 every order, then this will be your price. If you purchase 100 and less than 200 every order, then this will be your price. So according to your reorder quantity, the purchase price has been fixed here. Okay, so you don't need to, if you didn't understand this, you'll understand it when I explain the sum, so don't worry. Okay, then they tell that the ordering cost per order is 6,250, and they tell you that the stock holding cost or the carrying cost is 25% of material cost per annum or 25% of purchase price per unit. Then they tell you to find out most economic purchase level. Okay, so first what you have to do is you have to prepare this format. Okay, so once you prepare this format, like I told you, whatever range is given here, that range you have to write it there. Suppose here if it is given less than 50, you have to go and wait. Yeah. If it is given less than 50, you have to go here and write as less than 50. If it is given 50 and less than 100, go and write 50 to 99. If it is 100 and less than 200, go and write 100 and 199. And likewise, you have to write 200 to 299 and above 300. Okay. So like this, you have to first write all the ranges which are given. That will be your step number 1. Step number 2, what you have to do is, you have to find one order quantity amongst all these ranges. You have to find one order quantity amongst these ranges. So what ICI has given you a guideline is that in the range, whatever is going to be the least order quantity, you have to pick up and write that. Whatever is going to be the least order quantity, you have to pick up and write that. Between 50 to 99, what is the least? 50. So pick up and write that. Between 100 to 199, what is the least? 100. So write that. Between 200 to 299, what is the least? 200. So write that. Above 300, what is the least? Sorry, it is not above 300. It is actually 300 and above. It is actually 300 and above. So in 300 and above, what is the least? 300 is the least. So write that. Then when you come to less than 50 alone, 0 will be the least. You cannot take up 0 and write. So for that alone, what ICI has told you is that you can take a multiple of 5 or 10 and write. You have to take a multiple of 5 or 10 which is less than 50 and take it as your order quantity. So what is the multiple of 5 or 10? It starts from 5, 10, 15, 20 and goes up to 45. So in between all these numbers, you can pick any one as your order quantity and write. Okay. So here in this case, I have taken 25 as the order quantity. You can take any multiple of 5 of 10 which is less than 50. Okay. So like this, we have got our order quantities also. So all of these are the ones marked in green are all our order quantities. Okay. So until now, I hope you have found out how to find out order quantity. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, tell you for alone B column alone, I'll tell you how to, compute the total cost. For other columns, the same thing is going to apply. Okay, so for B, how did you find out? So in B, they told you that the order quantity is 50 to 99 and you found out one order quantity which is 50. Okay, so now you have to imagine that your order quantity is 50 and solve the whole thing. So first purchase cost. Purchase cost is what? Purchase cost is purchase price into annual demand. Purchase price into annual demand. What is the purchase price? For the range, once again. Yeah. For the range 50 and less than 100, what is the purchase price? The purchase price is 4680. So according to the each range, you have to pick your purchase price per unit. Okay. So for 50 and less than 100, the purchase price is 4680. So 4680 I'll take here. And what was the annual demand? Annual demand was 500 units. So if you multiply, you will get 23,40,000. Then ordering cost. Ordering cost is annual demand by ROQ into ordering cost per unit. What is annual demand? Annual demand is 500 units. What is the ordering quantity divided by ordering quantity? Here in the first we found out now what was the ordering quantity? 50. So by 50 into ordering cost per unit you have to do, which was given in the question, which was 6,250. So if you do that, 62,500 is your ordering cost. Next, carrying cost. What is carrying cost formula? Carrying cost formula is order quantity divided by 2 into carrying cost per unit. So order quantity is 50 divided by 2 into carrying cost per unit. Carrying cost percentage was 25%. So you wrote it here. Into how you usually find out carrying cost per unit? It is carrying cost percentage into purchase price per unit. So what is the purchase price here? Purchase price is 4,680. In the first step, whatever you whatever you took as purchase cost will be your purchase price here also. So 4,680 into 25%. And you will find out your carrying cost. So carrying cost also for each one, whenever you find out the percentage or carrying cost per unit, for each, range, the carrying cost will differ. Carrying cost per unit will differ because for each range, the purchase price is also different, no? So depending on that, your carrying cost per unit for each range will also differ. So now if you add this purchase cost, carrying cost, and ordering cost and carrying cost, you will get your total cost. So like this, for each one, you have to find out your total cost. And once you have found out total cost for all the ranges, you have to compare and see in which range the total cost is the lowest. Here, if we see, the total cost is lowest in the range of 300 and above. So since now in the question you can go and answer. Compute the most economical purchase level. The most economical purchase level is 300 and above. So like this you have to answer. Okay. So this is one kind of question. There might be another type of question where instead of giving you purchase price per unit for each range, they'll give you the ranges 1 to 9, 10 to 49, 50 to 99, 100 and above. And instead of giving purchase price per unit, they will give you discount per unit. They'll give you discount per unit. 1 to 9, there is no discount. 10 to 49, 0.5 rupees discount. That is 0.5 per unit discount. 50 to 99, 1 per unit discount. 100 and above, 1.6 per unit discount. So here in such situation, what you will do? In the last case, what you do? How did you find out your total cost? You did purchase cost plus ordering cost, plus ordering cost plus carrying cost, correct? Now, what will happen is in such kinds of question where discount is given, you have to find out this total cost, like how you found out in the last sum. But what you have to do is after you have found out this total cost, you have to do minus discount from this total cost and you have to find something known as net total cost. And you have to find something known as net total cost. And now what you will do is from this net total cost, you will compare for all these ranges and find out which is the best. Like whichever is the cheapest is going to be the best. Okay, you can see here the question. I'll once for just, I'll read the question once. So here they have told you that X is there, X limited is there. The annual demand is 50 containers. Order cost is 10 rupees. Carrying cost is 1 rupee. So carrying cost here they did not give us a percentage. Rather they have given as a, as a number itself, 1 rupee. Okay. And then they have given you the ranges and then they have given you the discount per unit. In this question, one thing that you have to note is they have not given you purchase price per unit. So since purchase price per unit is not given, you will ignore this and you will only find out ordering cost and carrying cost. So see, first step was to write all the ranges that they have given you, 1 to 9, 1 to 9, 10 to 49, 50 to 99, 100 and above. In that, what you have to do, you have to find out the least among the range. That will be your order quantity. So order quantity in 10 to 49 will be 10, 50 to 99 will be 50 and 100 and above will be 100 and in 1 to 9 it is going to be 1. Okay, if they gave you less than 9, then in such case you have to take multiple of 5 of 10. If in the question if they have given you here, since they have given you 1 to 9, you take 1. But in case if they have given you less than 9, then you had to take a multiple of 5 or 10 only. You have to take it as order quantity as 5. Okay. So remember the word less than. When less than comes, you have to take as a multiple of 5 of 10. 5 or 10. Okay. Then what you will do, you will find out your ordering cost, carrying cost that you know how to find out. Then total cost will come. From the total cost, you have to find out your discount. How will you find out your total discount? Discount will be nothing but discount per unit into annual demand. Like how you find out your purchase cost, same way. Discount also. Purchase cost, how you find out? Purchase price per unit into annual demand. How will you find out discount? Discount per unit into annual demand. Okay, so in the first one there is no discount, so leave that. In the second range 10 to 49, your discount per unit is 0.5. What is your annual demand? Your annual demand is 50. So 0.5 into 50, it is going to be 25. Since we have to reduce it, I have put a minus symbol there. So this, how will you get for 50 to 99? It is 1 into 50. For 100 and above, it is 1.6. Here the discount is 1.6. So 1.6 into 50. So like that, once you find out the discount, you have to do total cost minus discount and find out your net cost. Then while you see your net cost, you have to compare in which of the ranges the net cost is the lowest. Here the net cost is lowest in the 100 and above range. So which is the most, so here in the question what they asked you? In the question, they had asked you compute the EOQ in above situation. So EOQ in above situation is 100 and above. So I hope you understood this concept clearly. And I hope it was helpful to you. If it was helpful, please do like, share and comment. And also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next video. Bye.